Can DCPP require me to take a drug test?
In New Jersey, DCPP cannot require you to submit to any form of testing, whether that be drug testing, mental health testing, psychological evaluations, therapy, etc. They can request that of you, and whether or not you choose to cooperate with them is a question that you should submit to a DCPP attorney. The reason for that is that there are times where they will want you to submit to those forms of tests, psychological tests or substance abuse tests, in order to investigate the allegation of child abuse. So you might be saying, well, why would they need to know whether or not I am using drugs or whether or not I have a mental health problem to evaluate whether my child was abused? They can simply see my child, ask my child questions, and that should resolve the issue. Well, the reason why that's not exactly true is because in New Jersey, the standard for child abuse is not simply did you harm the child, but whether or not you have placed your child at substantial risk of harm. And the question of substantial risk of harm goes to whether you, in your conduct, whether you have an addiction, whether or not you have a mental health disorder, are going to be able to care for your child. So oftentimes the agency will take the position that they need to have these tests in order to determine whether or not there's risk. That doesn't mean, however, that you should submit to a test simply because they ask. You should speak with your DCPP attorney as to whether or not it's advisable, and sometimes, if it is advisable, you can negotiate with the agency as to who will perform the test. Because there are some people that are more inclined to give you test results that are going to lean toward the agency's desired outcome if they think that you've done something wrong, and other times where it's a truly neutral person. So again, that's something that you want to speak with your attorney about before submitting to any form of testing with the agency.